Hello, friends. Following the horrifying terror attack on tourists in Pahalgam, Prime Minister of India chaired an urgent cabinet committee on security meeting which ended a short while ago. So in this video, we'll understand what CCS is, who is in it and why it matters so much. But before that, let's look into the thing, what are cabinet committees, right? What are cabinet committees? So, the cabinet committees are extra constitutional bodies, which means they are not mentioned in the Constitution of India. So, they are not mentioned in the Constitution of India, and they have evolved through different convention and executive practice over time. And despite their unofficial status, they play a key role in decision making. Second, they are created to reduce the workload of the union cabinet, right? So union cabinet has to deal with a wide range of issues from national security to economic policy. So cabinet committees are a forum to reduce the workload. Third, these committees allow for the smaller groups of ministers to take decisions on specific policy matters. So it acts like a task force. And every time there's a change in the government or major reshuffle in the Council of Ministers, the Prime Minister re-evaluates and reconstitutes these committees. So PM constitutes or reconstitutes these cabinet committees. So here are 8 cabinet committees. Before discussing CCS, we'll discuss 8 cabinet committees. Okay. So first is Cabinet Committee on Economic Affairs. As the name suggests, it decides on major economic policies, big ticket investments, FDI proposals, subsidies, and so on. So petrol or LPG prices are deregulated. It's this committee that's behind it. Now, second is Cabinet Committee on Political Affairs, which is often called the Super Cabinet. Okay, friends. This Super Cabinet deals with center-state relations and major political developments and internal security issues, like, for example, decisions regarding Article 356 imposition, that is President rule, is also done or decided by this Cabinet Committee on Political Affairs, also known as Super Cabinet. Now, Cabinet Committee on Investment and Growth, obviously, it's formed to fast track the large scale infrastructure projects and remove red tapeism, right? So, this is Cabinet Committee on Investment and Growth. Now, as we are talking about Cabinet Committee on Security, we'll discuss later in details. So, fifth is Cabinet Committee on Parliamentary Affairs. Okay. This committee schedules government business in Parliament. So, government business in Parliament, the type of discussion that is needed by the ministers, this is discussed. Okay. And Cabinet Committee on Employment and Skill Development. So this is aimed at tackling unemployment. This committee creates and monitors the schemes like Skill India Mission, okay, Pradhan Mantri Kaushal Vikas Yojana. So all these type of schemes and decisions are taken by Employment and Skill Development. Now, Cabinet Committee on Accommodation. So you might think this one's minor, but it decides who gets to live in those Lutyens Delhi's bungalows. Okay, so these are decided by the Cabinet Committee on Accommodation. Now, last, Appointments Committee of the Cabinet, and this is the only committee which is headed by the Home Minister. So instead of Prime Minister, who heads all other cabinet committee, the Appointments Committee of the Cabinet is headed by the Home Minister, and this committee makes top level appointments in bureaucracy like secretaries to the government, chief of the armed forces and IB, CBI. So all these appointments are done by the Cabinet Committee on Appointments. Now we are heading to the topic of the day, that is Cabinet Committee on Security. Okay, so it is headed by the Prime Minister of India. It leads to different national security discussions. Their leadership ensures decisions align with the government's strategic priorities, right? So this committee is the apex body for discussing, debating, and deciding on appointments in national security bodies also, and it takes all major decisions related to defense policy, expenditure, and matters concerning the India's security. Right. So it ensured that all matters of the national security are addressed at the highest level. Right. So the members of the Cabinet Committee on Security include the Prime Minister, who heads the CCS, okay, the Minister of Defense, Minister of Home Affairs, Minister of Finance, and Minister of External Affairs. So, thank you guys.